Hey guys.
Hello. Welcome. Tuesday night.
How you doing? Yeah, it's Tuesday night, and we are here to talk at you.
Tuesday. What do
Yeah.
we
Uh,
this is the live stream, not in the same room version of our upcoming podcast.
yeah. It's called Talk at You, and that's what we're gonna do for the next hour plus. We keep saying that we're gonna go. We're gonna trim the fat and you know not go for 2+ hours, but I know we're lying. We're not gonna go over 2 hours. I tell you that. I'm gonna put my foot down on that, but we're gonna try and keep it more concise. Trim all the
And if
fat.
we and if we do, you and the FCC can't stop us.
Yeah, exactly. You can't stop us. Uh,
You can turn off your computer, but you can't stop us.
yeah, essentially that is all you can do. You can change the channel, and then we'll find a way to get on that channel too. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah.
You're about to tune into the most original thing. Two middle-aged white guys figuring out their podcast. It's just like gun sales and microphone sales are up.
Yeah, yeah. I no, seriously. Like we've been trying to shop and find things on online to upgrade this shit a little bit, and it's everything is sold out. Apparently, everyone else has got a stimulus check, and they're all blowing it on podcast shit. So
Yeah, 9mm ammunition and USB audio interfaces are hard to come by these days.
yeah, they are those and toilet paper. Yeah, and ground beef for whatever fucking reason. Yeah.
And yeah, I guess flour and yeast I hear people whining about.
Yeah, yeah, that too. That too. Apparently, that's a whole fucking thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think we got a decent show tonight. We got a few things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a great cocktail called The Last Word. Uh,
Last word cocktail.
yeah, we got. We're going to talk about a really cool treasure hunt from the 1980s, and we're going to do a deep dive of this. I think some of the stuff that we touched, some of the entrees in our service. We're going to do deep dives of those on the actual podcast. We're just going to touch on them. And this shit, I was looking at this the past couple days, off and on throughout the week. It is so fucking dense. Even just explaining one puzzle is fucking, it would take the entire fucking show to do it. So we're just going to touch on the overall idea, and then kind of, we'll get deep on it on the actual show.
Jeremy told me about it. It's a cool thing.
Yeah, actually, involving Boston too. And I was going to cover that, Mike, but I couldn't find all the details on that. But Boston, yes. So we're going to cover that. Mike's also got some cooking tips. He's got some recipes he wants to share with you that you can make with bitters.
Yeah, it's the famed Angostura Bitters cookbook. There's a few versions. This one's, I don't know what the copyright is. I'll find out, but
yeah, the recipes look pretty good. I was digging on it, so
they're definitely funny.
yeah, no, I digged it. I dug it, I should say. What else? Yeah, so we got cocktails, we got food recipes, we got something really interesting, and we got some fucking videos. Yeah, so I don't know. We can get right to that if you want, Mike.
Let's get started. What do you want to do? The bloody the bloody PSA.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get with that one. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just set you up with this. We got a couple videos. This will be the first one. This is a PSA. I was looking through shit, and my brain turned to fucking mush, and just going through all these videos that are supposed to be weird or funny, and they're not. This one, a PSA, seemed innocuous enough, but if you really look at it, kind of disturbing. So here we go. It was labeled that time of the month. So
It has nothing to do women or
yeah, exactly.
menstruation or anything.
No, nothing. But yeah, and Mike will actually be able to hear these this time, and you'll be able to hear us as we watch them with you. So
Yeah, kudos to Jeremy. He dialed in our he jazzed up our setup here.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I can hear now.
yeah. Much tears later. He can actually hear what we're.
Mahogany furniture costs blood. If the Brazilian Indians who own the trees don't want to sell them, they can pay with their lives. For native peoples, animals, plants, and trees, mahogany is murder. Don't buy it.
Drawings of trees.
The killing won't stop until you take action.
I really.
All right.
I really feel like they blew all the budget off. Like, some dude was just really into Kubrick. I feel really into Kubrick. Yeah, just way into fucking.
Kubrick and chocolate syrup.
Yeah, really into fucking Kubrick. Just leaned in on that. Spent all of the budget. That's why they couldn't have a monkey, and that's why they couldn't have a tree. They had to go with a stuffed animal, which maybe it's a bad look if you cover monkeys in fake blood anyways, but
yeah, they're like save the mahogany trees, and then they like douse a real monkey in trees blood. Like they carry the monkey.
Yeah. It's like that story of those militant PETA guys. Like, there was like a militant faction that broke into some animal testing lab and set all these rabbits loose, and they're like, oh yeah, they're free. Like, oh no, they're just gonna die out here in this desert. They have nothing to eat, nothing to fend for themselves. So, well intentions going wrong.
That's the whole that's the crux of 28 Days Later, which is the situation we're in right now.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was that one. Speaking of us, I guess being in quarantine. I feel like I mean, I don't have the video prepared, but Mike sent me a video last night of him drink. He upped the shower beer. He took the shower beer to the next level, and you know what? I'll show it to you next week. But he did.
I put it on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I drank a martini in the shower.
Yeah. He was drinking shower martinis. So I don't know what percentage towards the end was just straight shower water, but hey, it's got fluoride in it. So hey,
there was head and shoulders in it. It was delicious.
Your teeth have never had less dandruff. I don't know if that's a thing. Oh,
my stomach dandruff is down.
Yeah, Jake Staubitz is in the chat. Trey also hi in the chat, and Laura and John Gerhardt and Zach as well. Jake's asking you to pass whatever you're puffing on. It's just
well, it's not weed, it's cherry pipe tobacco. I'm twice your senior, so I smoke a pipe.
Yeah.
I can't see, my chat's not working. Hold on, let's see.
Oh, you're not. Oh, try turning it off and back on.
Oh, it just caught up. Never mind, I see it all.
Oh, nice. Well, anyways, so you know, coming back to us, you know, and drinking, especially in the shower, I feel, yeah, we're all sequestered to our houses and things like that. If you listen to rules and advice, I'm not gonna say you're wrong for not. I'm not gonna say you're right for not. I'm stuck in the house. I'm obeying the guidelines of quarantine. But whatever. What I'm getting at is we're drinking a lot. I know I'm drinking a lot more in the house than I normally do. Trey, that's in the audience right now in the chat. I see his Instagram all the time. He's pounding good stuff left and right. Mike's always drinking some shit you can't pronounce. I feel like sometimes you end up with things that you don't bargain for. Like, well, I'm saying just hugging the toilet and feeling bad. I've yet to do that myself at home, but maybe some of you have. And here's a this is the best example. I wanna appear this way when I'm throwing up in a toilet. So here, dig this, guys.
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter, by which I mean I want to be filled to the brim with gasoline, ignited, used as a blunt instrument for 21st century imperialist violence, and smashed ungraciously into 1,000,000 pieces on top of a New York skyscraper.
Yeah.
Can't even throw up.
No. The fact that her vocabulary was so fucking dense, she could have narrated a fucking audiobook at that fucking drunk. And clearly she was drunk. She wasn't acting, as far as I could tell. You know, she seemed glassy in the eyes.
The side note on that video is Jeremy was sending it to me, and his mom chimed in on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And he accidentally sent that to his mom.
Yeah.
So his mom opened up the I want to identify as a sexual helicopter.
But prior to that, because I was sending videos to Mike to look at before we went live tonight, and like through Facebook Messenger, and I'm sitting there just kind of like on my computer, like looking for this, that, and then all of a sudden, my mom texts me with this like encouraging like this thing. She Facebook messages me with this encouraging fucking poem read by somebody. I don't know. I didn't get time to get to it, and I didn't realize it was her. And then so my immediate reply is fucking I sexually identify as a helicopter. So she's a good sport. She gets it. But yeah, that's what happened with that. But yeah, I really wish I could sound that good. I wish I could speak that well, just even sober. But yeah, so that's that.
Shakespearean trained actor right there.
Oh, I know, right? But how about another one? How about some more hijinks here, guys? How about we watch this one? This is you know all those. Well, right now everyone's giving you. They're trying to sell you shit left and right. I know my Facebook targeted ads are fucking destroying me. I want to buy everything. I can't buy anything, but I feel like that kind of is a C+ attempt at a transition into this video. Dig this. This is a guy selling. I don't even know what he's fucking selling, but it's fantastic. I almost want to buy it. So check this out, guys.
I sexually identify as
That is not it.
Oh. Also, C+ Transmission is a great band name.
Yeah. Here we go, guys. For real this time. This time with feeling.
One more time with feeling.
With feeling. If you get the reference, kudos to you.
Furniture guys got queen mattress sets for $99 and king sets for $129.
Oh.
No.
I'm fine. That's what I was afraid was gonna happen with that goddamn thing.
Way off this side.
Did I? Oh, I'm fine.
You sure?
Fucked up my guitar though. I'm fine.
You sure you're...
No, I'm fine.
Try your arm and stuff.
He's wearing leather.
Yeah.
Best way to talk it off. Best way to talk.
Leather protects you.
Yeah, best way to talk off like some sort of OSHA violation or something. Oh, he's wearing leather. He's fine. Don't worry about it. He's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Want to hear what he was like strumming the guitar when he was walking on the truck. I want to hear like what the overdub was.
Yeah.
Like what was like.
Yeah, some sort of like Joe Satriani wannabe like Guitar Center bullshit. You know, that's all it was.
And then it's totally like Monty Python. He's like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. And then like a blood stream starts shooting out of his fucking artery.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, speaking of guitars, guitar greats, guys. One of the best American rock bands in the world is actually from Australia. And I don't know where I'm going with that other than the future is now.
Are you gonna play
Yeah, I'm gonna play that.
the AC/DC thing? Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna play an AC/DC cover, and I guess one thing I want to comment on is how extraordinary the human body and the human mind is. Sometimes you watch skateboard videos and you're like, man, it's amazing a human or parkour, for example. It's amazing that the human body can just like turn itself into a pretzel, do a 360 loop, run all the way through a tunnel and swing through a swing and all this shit while singing songs. I don't know. It's amazing what the focused mind can do and or body, and that's really what this is. I don't know how a human being makes this happen, but this person compiled a bunch of computers and turned all of them into an AC/DC cover. Dig on this, guys.
It's how Westworld started.
It kind of fucking slaps, I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking good.
He 3D printed AC/DC.
Yeah. I mean, how do you sit there and figure out, how do you make these things happen? I don't get it. No.
The floppy trumpet.
Yeah. Oh, when those drums come in, man, it's so good.
It's so good.
In time.
Why nerds get laid.
Yeah. Oh man. This is how you just swim in pussy at the Comic-Con.
Yeah. You just show up and you're like, I'm that guy.
Yeah. No, guys like this that like they get like they get performance slots. So they close out the night and then like they get their hotel and it's just like straight fucking party. So they're like shooting B12. Oh man, I mean, I don't know. Like I can't. No, you can't fuck with that. It's fucking. I don't know. It's to have the patience to sit there and program all that stuff. I mean,
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's great. You know what? Cheers to him. Cheers to you guys. You got your Malort there, Mike?
I do. I have some more. What do y'all have in the audience? Write in what you're drinking,
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah. And Gerhardt, you're right. He probably does work at UDF, but when he's not working at UDF, he is slamming the nerd sliz. You know he is. Yeah.
Also, if I had a prize to give away, it would be for whoever holds up a English breakfast tea right now.
Oh yeah.
'Cause that's what I want when I'm drinking Malort. So.
I made.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, guys. Cheers to all you. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got a lot more show coming. Oh yeah.
How was your all's day? Write in the comments how your day was.
Yeah. Let's hear.
Nice. Look at these drinks rolling in. Bud Light.
My mom's drinking Bud Light there. Sam Denines is drinking Four Roses. Trey is drinking Kirk and Sweeney.
Nice.
That's right.
Kirk,
Ripping
more
it.
like Kirk and Smoothie.
Yeah. That's a good one. I am a big fan of it. I'm a, excuse me. BL Smooth, or as John Weiner calls them, Blue Cokes.
Blue Cokes.
Yeah, that's what my mom's drinking, Blue Cokes. Yes. Yeah, guys. So, all right.
Zach's got zombie dust going.
Oh, zombie dust. Okay, that's what's up, Zach. Yeah, Jake. If you're still here, what are you drinking on? But yeah.
Gerhardt's getting clawed up. The Gerhardt family.
It's he's observing martial claw is what he's observing. Yeah, jumping in the bear cage, getting clawed up. If you're not drinking anything, tell us your favorite White Claw flavor. Mine is lime or grapefruit. A lot of people give me shit about that, but it's got the most acid in it. It's the one that tastes the most like anything. Everything else tastes like
it's got the most acid in it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Frickin'.
Yeah, it's got the most acid.
Like what's his face? God damn it! Why can't I think of his name? Oh, bad. Sorry, my joke's failing.
It's all right. It's okay.
You know the guy who made acid.
Leary, Timothy Leary.
Timothy Leary, yeah, like Timothy Leary's favorite White Claw is lime.
Yeah, the one with the most acid.
That joke sucked.
Whatever. That's fine. We're doing this for free. Did we mention? we're doing a public service, or maybe community service. I don't know. Take your pick. Yeah, guys. So
should we tie that into the cocktail of the week?
Yeah, that sounds good. That feels good. I didn't want to jump into the other shit yet. So I think this is as good a time as any to do that. Let's talk about a drink. Some of the bartenders in here, they know this shit. Don't tune out. Just feel free to add your shit into it. We want to hear it. Trey, I'm looking at you specifically. We're going to talk about the last word, which is a cocktail. It's
from Detroit, right?
Yeah. The Detroit Athletic House.
Athletic Club or house?
Yeah. The club. Club is right. Yeah. Athletic Club. You're correct.
It's Sam Denines' favorite cocktail, she said.
Yes, it is. I made many of those for her. 1915 is when it was invented, if I am correct. But yes, at the Detroit Athletic Club, which would be in Detroit. And it was championed by a vaudeville guy. I believe it was made for a vaudeville guy. I forget his fucking name at the moment. And it doesn't matter because you guys don't really care. It's just some other old dead guy that we're never gonna know much about.
His name is Frank Fogarty. And he was also known as the Dublin Minstrel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you on the Dublin Minstrel. I remember that part now.
Yeah.
But apparently, the reason why they call it the last word is because he was really quick on his feet and always got the last word. So hence the name. And he kind of, like many of those guys, brought, they spread syphilis and other things.
Syphilis and good cheer.
Yeah, syphilis, good cheer. This guy was also packing a little extra. He had a cocktail that he championed the fuck out of, and it became very popular. It just didn't make it through the dark ages. And then I guess 2005. Someone dug it out of an old cocktail book. Some guy in Seattle. I forget his name as well. You don't care either.
I think it was most popularly published in the cocktail book called Bottoms Up by Ted Saucier. That was the last time I think it was published in 1951. And then, as Jeremy said, the Dark Ages, it disappeared. And then it came back, and now it's delicious and easy. It's an equal parts drink, which I know Jeremy and myself both love. I think
Yep.
equal parts drinks are like the best. You know, you have the Negroni, you have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. What's great about equal parts cocktails is you're always going to remember the recipe as far as the ratios go. But yeah, this one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, and there's no cheating. There's no covering up flavors with syrups and all these things. It's balance. It's about balance, not domination, I guess. If that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And to get super nerdy on this, and bartenders, any bartenders in here, feel free to. And Trey said this is his favorite cocktail. Give us your insights on this cocktail as well, Trey. We want to hear it, and we'll let everyone else know who's not in the chat. But yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, Luxardo Maraschino is really hard to fucking balance. To me, it tastes like a mouthful of perfume.
And you can usually taste like a drip of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
In a drink.
Yeah. I don't want to be I don't want to be Skip Bayless on this shit, or and have a hot take. But the fucking aviation I can't stand, dude. I like
It's a bad drink in general.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, the traditional recipe is just a mouthful of perfume. It is so fucking rough. It's a good entry level cocktail if you're just entering the world of cocktails. But I think if you're gonna get someone started off right, I think the last word is the way to go. However, it does secretly pack a big punch. There's a lot of booze in this drink. I mean, there's not a lot in the Luxardo Maraschino. Gin, you know what you're getting with gin. Chartreuse. Chartreuse is the fucking sleeper. That's the thing. If you don't know what chartreuse is, it's gonna fuck you.
A blend of 140 herbs made by the Carthusian monks.
Yeah.
Trey says Treyon says try it with bourbon.
Oh yeah, I believe, is that a final word?
I think it's the final word, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Boulevardier to Negroni.
Yeah.
Correct us if we're wrong, Treyon. Is it the final word?
Yeah, or Ward, W-A-R-D. It might be that as well. I'm not sure, but that name has something to do with it. You can, substitute lemon and lime. I forget the lady that wrote the new Tiki cocktail book, Shannon Mustafar. She has a killer fucking recipe herself where she does a variation of the last word, where she switches out the gin for a rum agricole blanc, and then she switches out the maraschino with not all. Why am I blanking on this? The liqueur from Barbados, Falernum, Velvet Falernum. She subs it out with that, and that's a fantastic drink that is just like, oh, why didn't I fucking think of that? You know?
And those are usually the best drinks where you take an old drink and you, like what Treyon said, just sub this and this and this, and then you get a great drink.
Yeah. Trey, thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, final word. Ward. Oh, God, I'm saying everything like an idiot tonight. But, yeah, word.
Ward. From Leave It to Beaver.
I was thinking like
Ward Cleaver.
Section in like an institution, you know?
Yeah, the eighth ward. There's another drink called the eighth ward?
I believe so. Which would be like, it sounds like a New Orleans cocktail, since they put a lot of neighborhoods and wards. But let's talk about chartreuse for a second. Let's just touch on that, because some people that don't know what chartreuse is, this shit is fucking fascinating. And I think every bartender has at least a brief romantic affair with chartreuse.
Yeah. Invented in 1605. So over 400 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yep.
By the Carthusian monks. Blend of over. This is off the top of my head. 140 herbs.
Yeah.
It changed throughout the years because they got excommunicated from France for a while and had to live in Spain. This is the cliff notes on chartreuse. But
yeah, that's all we're doing tonight.
what came first? I'm guessing the color comes from the liqueur, but I don't know.
No. This I know. Yeah, actually, you are correct. The color does come from the liqueur. They named the color after it. Yes, it did come first. I think the color was designated a thing in the 1800s. If I'm correct, it might be later. I don't know. Don't hold me on that. I will say this though. It is one of a handful of bottles that you can have behind your bar that will still age in the bottle. Like basically when you bottle whiskey, that's cut off. It's gonna taste the way it unless you fuck up and get it oxidized, it's gonna taste the way it does forever, you know? And if you oxidize it, it's not gonna taste good. This chartreuse actually continues to evolve as it goes. It will actually, and that's why there's a whole market for vintage chartreuse bottles.
Yeah, I have some at Longfellow. We can't sell them, but they're from 1977. That's the oldest bottle I own. I have not tried them yet. I have 4 greens and 2 yellows, but one day we can try them, guys.
Yeah.
But
I should specify too. Thank you for bringing that up. The chartreuse we're mentioning is the green version. There are 2 versions. There's yellow and green. Yellow's a little bit more mellow. It's a little bit more honeyed, a little sweeter. Green chartreuse is more aggressive.
Lower proof versus higher proof, right?
Yeah. One thing I love to do with it, and apparently it's a big shot on the West Coast that people are into. I like to chill a shot of chartreuse, pour that out, and then add just basically enough bitters to layer the top, and then shoot that. I think that's a fantastic shot. I have a personal rule where that is the last shot I do before I go home, if I do it, because it will destroy your mind. Yeah, it's just a fucking thing.
You should call it the Mind Eraser Part 2.
Yeah, it's basically that face behind us. That's how you feel.
Part duh.
Yeah, it really, if you could get rid of all those shitty nightclub cocktails like Mind Erasers and things like that, and I don't think you should. They have their place, but if you did, the Mind Eraser would be a shot of chartreuse with bitters on top. That's what I believe. Yeah, so I don't know. That's
no, it's good. And I think the last word is one of those cocktails where if you go to a bar and you're like for example, Longfellow is not the best cocktail bar in the world, but we will definitely use the right gin and a last word. And I think that's how I kind of judge a bar sometimes. Or, I always say at any bar that can make a cocktail, order something like a last word or a Negroni, because other than the maraschino and the last word, I would drink any of those things out of proportion. So, like in a Negroni, if you give me a glass of, all one thing of those ingredients, I would drink it. And so you can't really fuck it up in my book. You could fuck up a Negroni, but you're not gonna ruin my night with a bad drink.
Yeah.
And I think the last word is like one of those drinks to me. Like if you are halfway competent in cocktails at all,
yeah,
it's a good cocktail to order because it's gonna be delicious. It's super easy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't fuck it up. Like as long as you know the recipe, as long as you know what's in it, you can make it. It's not a fucking problem. Like if you don't double strain it, okay, fine, I can take that. That's not a big deal. I'll accept that. But it shouldn't be a problem making it the right way. And it is one, I do have my opinion on Negronis where, depending on... and when I say that is, depending on what you use, sometimes you want to be more spirit forward, sometimes you want to be equal parts, and we'll touch on that one day. I have a lot to say about the ratio of Negronis, but what? What? What am I doing wrong?
No, I was laughing. I was like, I'll drink. I was laughing at myself because I'll like drink of any.
Oh no!
You could do like 4 ounces of gin and a quarter ounce of Campari and a quarter ounce of
Well,
sweet vermouth, and I'd still like it. But that's just, I think that just equates that I drink too much. So.
oh no! Well, let's be clear. I'll drink it no matter what. It could be full of shower water, or someone could put their dick in it, whatever. I'll still fucking drink it. It's still
like,
a good.
We talked once about what Gaz Regan. He stirs his Negronis with his finger.
With a finger, to the point that he has a custom bar spoon that you can buy in Cocktail Kingdom. That instead of a spoon end, it's a fucking finger like this. But I believe that the chartreuse last word cocktail, there's only one way to make it. You can't really adjust it per whatever you're using. It's just equal parts. That is it. There's no argument. But yeah, well, I don't know.
Should we dive into the Angostura stuff?
Yeah, let's do that. I feel good about that. Also, I believe Trey said his morning ritual is chartreuse and ginger ale with 2 dashes of bitters. I can fuck with that. I would go more for ginger beer. I need a little bit more snap, but you know what, man? I'm with you. That's good shit. Actually, all of that, all of those flavors sound fantastic together. That does sound like a great slow way to get into the morning. Unless
I would do it right after I brush my teeth, or like I do like I drink my scope, and then I just rip that ginger beer chartreuse Ango bitters. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, Josh Miller's in the house. He's got things to say. I like the name of that, but you know what? Just like the last word, it's open to variations, man. We can go either way with it,
I don't see Josh's chat. I'm like, I don't have the chat up to date. Oh well, Jesh. I wrote Jesh. You're out.
Yeah. Well, that's what's said. That's what was said, Mike. But yeah. Moving on, since we're talking about Angostura, which is a style of bitters, and if we're boring you guys with cocktail shit you don't know anything about, that's fine, because guess what? We're done with it. We're going to move on to food. Everybody eats food. Everyone knows food. So
It's switching over to food. One of my favorite things in the cocktail world, Angostura bitters. You all know it. The little bottle. They still, even though it's 44.7% alcohol, they still sell it at the grocery store.
Oh yeah, I should have got a picture of that, but everyone knows what it looks like. Yeah, Angostura here. It's on the cover of this book. So
they tried to market it for a long time as a cooking ingredient. Like I collect Angostura stuff, and I have a few different books. This one's from 1960, but I have some from, they survived a lot of prohibition by being a medicine and being a food ingredient. But I pulled some funny recipes out of here. One that we should serve at Longfellow, but Jeremy took a picture of the recipes. But I cook a lot with Angostura. I do teaspoon, tablespoon in soups. Like any creamy soup, it's delicious in. Because it's that warm spice thing.
I never considered that, but that makes a lot of fucking sense. It's like allspice or cinnamon or something like that. Yeah. Exactly.
So like in here, there's a bunch of soups. There's cream of tomato soup. Ooh, this one's good. Jellied tomato bouillon or bouillon.
Bouillon.
But the one I pulled up, the one Jeremy, I think you can post it on the screen.
Yeah. Which one do you want to do? I got two of them.
The liverwurst one, the pate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, here we go. Pâté Notre Maison. I did not say that right, but fuck it. It sounds fun to say. I'm already blowing pronunciation left and right tonight, so I might as well just fucking lean into it.
So this is the epitome of a 1960s food recipe where you just take something that's prepared already, like liverwurst. So you go buy some good liverwurst. I'm trying to find it. Oh, yeah. Pâté Notre Maison. But half a pound of liverwurst, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
1 tablespoon of Angostura, 1 tablespoon of mustard, salt and pepper. Mash it with a fork. Add everything else, smooth it out, and serve it on crackers. Tell me that doesn't sound delicious, even though it sounds disgusting at the same time. Because there it is. It's just so gross and good. But I'm being serious. If anyone that cooks at home that works in a bar, like put Ango, I put it in any soup I make. It's good in like stocks. Dude, I hate ketchup, but I guarantee you if you added Angostura to ketchup, it would be delicious.
I kind of feel like it would be good on a Big Mac. Not gonna lie.
It'd be great on a Big Mac.
like, cause like the Big Mac sauce is basically fucking Thousand Island, right?
Yeah.
Everything you mentioned, like everything that's in this pate minus the ketchup, and you're saying like it probably tastes good with ketchup. Throw some Angostura in that. Let's gussy up our Big Macs. Let's take them to the next level. Let's call them the Bigger Macs. I don't know.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
Yeah. Or something.
Just go to the drive-thru. Big Mac, bottle of Ango, and it'll be like the Grey Poupon commercial. Like, full of tea. Jiminy,
Can you picture
Angostura bitters?
Can you picture like all right, dig this. Imagine going into like a McDonald's, like kind of like towards the end of when they're dining rooms open. You go in and you know how like people bring their own hot sauce or they bring their own whatever. Imagine bringing your own Angostura and just like dousing your fucking burger in that. That would be fucking fantastic.
I'm Nemberger Angostura. This is where the ketchup comes in.
Oh, weird.
And you were just talking about Big Macs.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Topical.
Pull this recipe up.
Topical. Here, let me get this going here. There we go. Yeah, we got it. Let's talk about the hamburger de Angostura. Hamburguesa de Angostura? No, that's not right. Yeah?
That would be right.
Yeah.
Or con Angostura with Angostura. But,
yeah,
look at this. You're making patties. You got 2 pounds ground beef, 2 teaspoons salt, pepper, Angostura, ice water. I don't know why the ice water, but mix it all together. And then make the sauce, which is tomato sauce, water, Ango, onion, green pepper, and celery.
So which would be like a funky ketchup, right?
Some sort of weird ketchup, yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds great.
Yeah.
And then it says serve hot with sauce, but I'd put a bun on there and reduce that sauce. Put it on the top of the burger with cheddar cheese. I feel like Ango and cheddar goes well together. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it here, guys. Those of you guys that aren't familiar with Angostura, you can buy it at the grocery store. It's just a little bottle. It's always next to the mixers, which are always next to the wine. All the headaches in the bottle. It's next to those, which are always by the chips for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why that's a thing, but it somehow makes sense. The math works out. But yeah, buy that bottle of Angostura. Work it into your cooking.
Ango burgers, man.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Angostura, very expensive to shoot unless you buy the actual Amaro, but fun to shoot.
The Amaro was disappointing, though. It was too sweet.
Yeah, you think it's a little sweet?
It's good. I think it's too sweet. So I like a shot of half Ango bitters and half. I like drinking straight Ango bitters.
Yeah.
But I like half Ango bitters, half Ango Amaro,
Yeah.
and that's perfect.
I can dig that. Keep in mind, this is steak and champagne Stankovich. Steak. No. Angostura is excellent, and I will back him up because I will do it at the drop of a hat too. I love shooting fucking just straight Angostura out of the bottle, but it is very pricey if you do that. So they do make an Amaro that you can buy in like a 750 milliliter bottle, but he is correct. It is a little sweet, but it's still fucking good, and it's packs a little bit more punch than your usual Amari, but it's still an Amari. It's if you're trying to get drunk, you're better off with whiskey, you know.
if you're trying to get drunk, just listen to this podcast. You have to drink every time we say, I don't know. We can make a drinking game.
Yeah. You can take a drink every time we say
every time we say or yeah.
Yeah, you'd be hammered after that. Since
again, we should point out, cutting our teeth for a podcast. There's no editing. This is live. So
yeah. This is live on VHS tape or whatever. But yeah, fuck it. Let's do another shot before we get into our last segment here.
It's straight to video.
Yeah, straight to video. But yeah, guys,
right.
We are gonna do deep dives, and on an audio version of this, and we may still do this once a month or something. But cheers to you guys. Chink, chink, clink. Speaking of which, we're both drinking Amaro, which is Italian for bitter.
Yeah, except this one tastes like cocaine had a baby with ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a rough one. Malort.
Very Gentian heavy.
Yeah, we'll dive into Malort at some other time, but just to quickly touch on it, Mike and I, we've discussed this, and you can look it up online. Malort's advertising campaign is the best thing ever. It is fantastic. Malort is only drank in Chicago. It was, for a long time, made in Florida, but now it's again made in Chicago. But all of their ad campaigns, all their billboards are like, Malort because your fucking friends hate you, or Malort because
your dad never hugged you.
Yeah, or something like because you need something to fight your dad because you're not gonna fight your dad on your own.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Something like that. I forget. We're paraphrasing, but it's the truth. The kernel of truth is the same. It's fantastic. I
like it. It's very Gentian heavy. It's very like Suze-ish or Sailors-ish.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, but
yeah.
It's great. It does have yellow number 5 in it.
Yeah.
I don't need my sperm. It's fine.
yeah. Those are going to waste anyways.
Here's what it says on the back of the bottle. Ready? Jepson Malort.
Calling out it's making you put on your drinking pants. And in all honesty, if you haven't had Malort before, it's going to. It's going to. Some of you that have had Fernet, been fucking around with us while we're at a bar, like, hey, let's do Fernet. And your guys are like, no, it's not. Oh, why do you guys do that? Malort is Fernet on steroids. So
I don't drink. I'm not a two-fisted drinker. I don't fist up. I'm a ballerina when I drink.
Yeah, I like to have just the entire smorgasbord in front of me. I like to have a beer. I like to have a shot, a cocktail, a water. I like to have the whole fucking toolkit, and I just take one of each. Like right now, I'm drinking beer. I got Fernet, and I got some tea. So
you gotta have a water, man. If you go to a bar and they don't give you water, you should leave that bar. That's my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm with you on that. Yeah. So that's how we feel about booze. We love it. We're fans. Trey's saying he's sucking Underberg in the freezer. Yeah. Grab it right now, and I'll tell you what.
Oh, I have an Underberg. Do you still have one?
No, I drank it. Unfortunately, I'll just do another Fernet. Fuck it,
Wait, Trey, can I go grab my Underberg?
Yeah, go do that. And
Also, Sam said all my jokes stop halfway through,
oh
but that's just because I'm not a joke teller.
yeah,
It's because my life is a joke, Sam. Thanks for pointing that out.
we're truth tellers, not joke tellers. This isn't an open mic. It's a podcast. It's not a comedy podcast. We're trying to give you infotainment, guys. We're trying to tell you things, teach you things that you don't know, remind you of things that you already know, bore you with things you already know, and then
I think our main goal is to bore you.
Yeah,
So the fact that there are 13 people watching right now means we're not doing.
yeah, we're even fucking that up. Put it that way.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a Underberg.
Yeah.
Talk, Jeremy. You and Trey should talk about Underberg real quick.
Well, I think he's grabbing a drink, so normally I'd play some sort of video or something, but oh, hey, can you move your headphones? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So I don't know. Now I'm left on my own and I'm swimming on my own. It feels good. I'm just kidding, guys. It's fine. I lost my train of thought. I'm fucked now. I'm swimming. Someone give me something to talk about. Give me a quick thing to spew off. You want an opinion about something? I'm good at that. Just get me fired up. I'm a bad self-starter. My mom knows that. My mom's in the audience. She knows all about that. I'm very bad. Getting up for school on my own. Terrible. Homework. Going to work. Changing my clothes. All of that shit. I am fucking terrible. Carol Baskin. Okay, thank you, Jake. If you're just joining us for the first time, Jake, I don't know if you know this fun fact. Some people do know it, but some of you don't. I grew up, and it wasn't there at the time. I did grow up less than 20 miles from Carol Baskin's Big Cat Sanctuary. Her place, it said it was in Hillsborough County, Florida, which I grew up in. And then out of a morbid curiosity, I Google mapped where I used to live because I still remember the address. And then I looked up the address of the Big Cat Sanctuary and did the driving directions. 18 minutes. 18 minutes from 1 to 1. So, yeah. It wasn't there when I grew up there. But hey, actually I know someone Oh wait, and why does it look like the other boss? Yeah, I did not kill Carol Baskin's first husband. I would have hung out with that dude. He seemed like a tight guy. Like, he was just trying to get away to Costa Rica. You know? Yeah. Fucking I had some friends that they kind of like they lived in Costa Rica for about 3 months. They said monkeys are like our pigeons. They're there. They show up. They steal your shit. They're just into everything. That's a weird problem because pigeons, they're a pain in the ass, but you can deal with them. And they're not bad around here.
I've been around a lot of pigeons and they cannot jerk me off.
Oh, that was a finisher. Wait, but these are little monkeys, so they'd have to two-hand it, unless they got some cool tail action, because they could grease up that tail. Just swinging. What, dude? Oh, my mom has heard me and my brother say some wild shit. This is 101 off the shit we say to her. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's do this drink and then we'll get to our last segment here, guys. Yeah, you got the Underberg. I wish we had a way to post your fucking pictures. One of these days, I'll figure that out. Where you guys can send us pictures, we can show you what you guys look like, and it would be fantastic. One of these days, I will get that figured out. But for now, one last time before we get to this segment, because I got to do a lot of talking. Cheers. Okay. So. Oh, my bad. I muted Mike. I apologize. Someone said Mike was muted. That was my problem.
I wasn't I don't think I was talking. Oh, you're muting me now, dude?
Well, I had you muted when you walked away, and then I got to talk and forgot about it. So we don't have an audio guy. It's just us. It's just me. It's just me, guys. Sorry.
They missed my joke, dude.
Yeah, they missed this joke. You know what? It might be better. And we'll go back and watch. No. No. What's funny is we go back and watch it, and you just hear my replies to it, so they get to fill in the blank of what you actually said. So it's like, how bad was it? Was it that bad? Yeah. So sorry I did that. It involved.
Jeremy censored me.
It involved monkeys jerking you off. That's all. That's all it was. So, sorry guys. Sorry. Anyone want to volunteer to run sound next time? Get fucked. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. But yeah, guys, so here we go. Dig, if you will, this picture, okay? It's 1982. It's, the height of new wave. It's the height of cocaine. It's the height of AIDS. It's the height of popped collars.
Reagan? When did Reagan come in?
Yeah, Reagan. Or I think
81?
it was. Yeah. I think that's when it was. Either way, Reaganomics. You have Greed is Good, though I think that movie came after. Wall Street came after that, but yeah, you have that entire attitude. That movie was a product of the times. The society was not a product of the movie. You have things like that. A very confusing time. Also, you have things like E.T. You have Star Wars. You have Indiana Jones, and again, a lot of these things didn't come out at this time, but they were festering into the the collective conscious, and all of this busted out like some fucking gross zit, right? Also at the time were treasure hunts, like and not just like treasure hunts like fucking what is it? Not like you going and finding the lost city of gold or anything like that. These were what we call armchair treasure hunts. And so in 1982, this guy, and this wasn't the first one. This is just the most famous in America. The first one was a treasure hunt, in which was the prototype for all of this. It was called Masquerade, and it took place in England, and it ended up mired. It was basically, you bought a book, there was a bunch of clues in the book, you kind of put the clues together, and you tried to find what was really a buried treasure. It kind of got mired in scandal because the boyfriend of a girl that lived with the author found the treasure, and so there was a big hoopla about it. So whatever. A guy named Byron Price, born in 1953, died in 2005 in a traffic accident. he published a book. He was a book publisher and it was called The Secret. Not the one that you guys remember from like the early 2000s, but this was from 82. It was a fantasy book, and I'll show you the title here. I'll show you the cover. It looks like, where am I? And basically what you had to do is you had to look at the paintings, read the poems, and figure out which ones matched, and then they led you to a public park in America. There were 12 of them, again, that the system did.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, we're reconnected. It's, okay. Hold on. It's coming.
That's my yawn technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Also,
okay, we're back.
Nice.
Sorry about that, guys. We just got some notice because there's a lot of assholes on the internet that are sucking up all the Wi-Fi. So here we go. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead, finish your thought. I'm sorry. We were talking about the Goonies. We were talking about the Goonies and Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff.
I was just saying, I look at this cover and it screams, choose your own adventure. It screams.
Yeah, which were all fucking like huge things at the time,
Yeah.
Yep. Very big things. So yeah, we have this guy Byron Price. He basically went to 12 different public parks around the country, buried these treasures. Inside was a ceramic box, and let's be clear, he did ceramic for a reason. The reason being is you couldn't just and to this day, and let's be clear, 12 treasures, okay? Only 3 have been found. Only 3, and one was only found last October. So, book published in 82, all right?
That's crazy.
The first one was found in Chicago in 1983. The second one, 2004, in Cleveland, Ohio. And then the third one was found in Boston in October of 2019. That one, actually, if you have cable, if you have the Discovery Channel, it's on an episode of Expedition Unknown. So you can watch that, check that out. That's going to show you more about this. We're just touching on this shit.
We are going to dive more into it later, but
yeah.
I feel like everyone on here right now, we should get together and find one of these things.
I know, it would be fantastic. And there are groups online that have looked all this shit up. They decipher as many clues as they have, and they have theories. The New Orleans, there is one supposedly in New Orleans, and if you look at some of the paintings in the book, all of this is available online. One of them clearly looks like it's in New Orleans, but they believe it's been forever lost.
Is there like titties and beads on it? Like
close. There's one of those like masquerade masks. So yeah, but there might be some boobs in there. Who knows?
Tom Cruise has it.
Yeah. But they believe that one's forever lost to eternity because of Hurricane Katrina. I don't know. We'll do a deep dive on that later. But to show you more about this, let's give you an example. I'm just going to show you of what is in the book. Let's see here. Here we go. So this is the one in Chicago. This is the clues for the one in Chicago. And again, these aren't next to each other. The verse is somewhere else in the book, and the painting itself is in another. And in this painting, there are multiple clues. For instance, on the right side of the helmet there looks like a fairy pouring some stuff out of a bucket. The clue that is believed to be is a statue which is very close to the Art Academy. Also up in the upper left-hand corner, at the top of the castle, there looks to be a person on a horse shooting a bow and arrow. That's actually a very famous statue. And then the windmill next to it is some sort of tower. Again, I'm not going to get into the finer details of it because that would take an entire episode of our show. But this is what we're looking at. And again, think about it. Only 3 of these treasures have been found. Chicago, Cleveland, Boston. There's 12. And people have figured out roughly what cities they're in, what states they're in, because there's a lot of clues based on that. The one in Cleveland, I don't have the slide for that, but there is a little section in a wall that looks like if someone finds one more, we're averaging one every 10 years.
One every decade, yeah.
Yeah, one every decade. One every decade. And there's 10 of them. And then every jewel is connected to a month, obviously by birth months and things like that. There's a lot, and a lot of it ties into history, because Byron Price, the guy that orchestrated all this, was a big history buff. So that's...
If we wanted to buy a book, how could we buy the book?
You can get it online. It's on eBay.
It's still in print though, or is it expensive?
No. I mean, the for whatever fucking reason, the first editions are like between $12,000 and $800. But you don't really need that. You don't need that. You actually, everything you need is online at your disposal, and plus like entire websites dedicated to people figuring this shit out. So a lot of people have a lot of this already sussed out. It's getting permits to dig in public parks, which is the thing, because the guy that buried all these, he often just disguised himself as a construction worker and went and buried these treasures.
That's tight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he died. He died unexpectedly in a traffic accident. So no one, not even his wife, knows where these are.
Nice.
She just knows if you get the fucking box and you got the key, you get the jewel. That's it. She might know a little bit more than that, but that's pretty much what she knows. I encourage you guys to check it out. Again, we're gonna deep dive into this on our show, because that'll be, the show is gonna be like more of meat. This
in our show, we're gonna edit. We're gonna actually research things.
Yeah.
Typically consists of me and Jeremy talking to each other right before it, but it's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah. Essentially, what
repeat listeners.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you guys for doing this. And again, we're gonna do this throughout quarantine, and then we'll probably maybe do this once a month afterwards, or once every other month or something. And then occasionally we'll do live ones too, where we'll watch videos, maybe at the Yacht Club or some other places if you guys want to have us. But we're gonna do like a real show. Essentially, this is what, like, if you see us at bars, and some of you have, on Friday nights or whatever, this is what we do. We sit here and talk about weird shit like this. So thanks for being part of it. I hope you dig it.
Oh, it's fun. Do we have anything to close with, Jeremy?
No, I don't. Well, we have our we do have. I don't have any credits.
But what's it called? You hit me to the name.
Oh yeah. It's called a vanity plate. This is
Jeremy made a vanity plate today in his spare time, and it's perfect.
Oh wait, here, hold on. We're not watching that again. Yeah, we're watching. Basically, shit. Let me go back to us. Yeah, there we go. So essentially, vanity plates are they are like basically the end of the sitcom, where you see the weird thing, like for instance the Ubu thing, if you remember Ubu, or
we did it last one.
Yeah, and you know what, I'll show you Ubu right now if you don't know it. So here you go. It's always at the end of like your TV show. It shows you who does the productions. So here we go. This is Ubu.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Yeah.
I think you have to be older than 30 to know what that is.
Yeah.
But dude, also Jeremy, did you listen to the fucking the new this ties into something. When Jeremy DJs, he always plays the Golden Girls theme song.
Yeah, I was net off with that. Yeah.
As his vanity tag,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Vanity. Yeah.
But did you listen to the Yorkshire Ripper episodes on last podcast?
I haven't finished the second one. I've heard the first one, but yeah.
So someone in that whole horrible saga that plagued England during that time, someone sent in a fake message to the news, and then at the end of it, he wrote this drawn out thing, and then at the end of it, he played the original version of the "Thank You for Being a Friend" song.
Oh,
so,
wow!
Dude, that song is tied into one of the worst serial killers of all time.
Oh, wow! Oh, dude.
So you gotta listen. But it is totally Jeremy's vanity tag.
It is.
His DJ tag.
Yeah. It is my. Hey, we're done. The lights are on. Go the fuck home. Like, stop dancing. So, we're gonna leave you. You know what? Let's do one more shot, and we're gonna just give you a proper send off since we don't have any credits or.
Nick Turner just showed up. We are gonna do. Jeremy painstakingly made our own vanity tag, and it's perfect, and it features our friend PP Butt.
Yeah, our friend PP Butt. So here we go. Cheers to you guys, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay.
We'll see you next Tuesday at 9:30.
Yeah, next Tuesday, 9:30, same bat time.
Johnny flew a little too close to the sun the last couple weeks.